Hello and welcome to the chapter on string manipulation. This is the part 4 of this particular chapter, and in this part we are going to discuss some functions related to strings. So let's get started with our first function, that is the len function or the length function. This function is used to find out the length of a string. Now what do we mean by the length of a string? It counts the number of characters in the string. So this function is used to determine how many characters are there in a particular string. Let's take you through the syntax. The syntax goes as follows. We need to write len, and then within the first bracket we need to enclose the string for which we want to find out the length. For example, if I write len India, how many characters are there in the string India? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the result will be displayed as 5. Second example, if I write len Python, Python has 6 characters, so the result will be 6. If I need to show it to you, I can easily do it. Let's say len India. You will find out for me. You can use any other string. Let's say India is my country. Okay. So it is giving the length as 19. Now while counting the length, the spaces are also counted as a character. So let's count if it comes out to 19 or not. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, space is 6, 7, 8, again space 9, 10, 11, space 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So we can see that while counting the number of characters, space is also counted as one of the characters. Alright, now let's go to the next function, which is the capitalize function. Now what it does, this function is used to return a copy of the string with its first character capitalized. So what it will do, it will return a string by capitalizing the first character of the string. It will be clear as we go to the examples. So the syntax goes as follows: string dot capitalize. So for example, if the string is Alice, which is stored in the variable x, then if I write x dot capitalize, it will return me a new string where the first character is capitalized. If I look at the initial string, here Alice, the first character of Alice is in lowercase, but because of the uses of this capitalize function, the first character is being converted into uppercase character. Let's see some more examples. Let's say Mumbai dot capitalize. Here you can see that there is a mixture of uppercase and lowercase characters. But what capitalize will do? It will put the first character, that is M, as capitalized, and if there are certain characters which are in uppercase, those will be converted into lowercase. Alright. Next, I love my India. Here also certain characters are in uppercase, certain are in lowercase. So what capitalize will do? It will convert only the first character, that is I, into the uppercase. Other characters, even though if we give it in uppercase, it will be converted into lowercase. Alright, so let's show it to you practically. If I write x, let's say x equals to I love my country. Okay, let's give I in lowercase characters. Then in the next line, if I use the syntax, that is string name, that is x dot capitalize, what it will do, it will convert the first character of this particular string into uppercase. Here you can see that C has been given in uppercase, but even then it is converted into a lowercase character as per the format of capitalize function. Alright, now let's take you through the next function, that is the title function. What it does, this function is used to return a copy of the string with the first character of each word. Remember the string, first character of each word. In capitalize, we capitalized, or Python capitalized, the first character of the entire string. But here it will capitalize the first character of each word into uppercase if it is in lowercase. Alright, so it goes as follows: string dot title. This is the syntax. So if I write welcome to India dot title, how it will fetch me the result? It will fetch me the result by capitalizing the first character of each word. Like for example, in this string, W has been capitalized, T has been capitalized and I has been capitalized. That because the first character of each word will be capitalized here. Now if the first character of a word is already in uppercase, there is no change. For example, here welcome to India 2020 dot title. Here you can see W has been capitalized, T has been capitalized, but I was already in uppercase. If it is already in uppercase, then there will be no change. This also we can implement and show it to you. If I do, let's say X dot title. X is the original string. If I press the enter key, you can see that I has been capitalized, L has been capitalized, M has been capitalized, and C was already in caps. So there is no change over here. Alright, I hope this thing is clear. Let's move to the next function, which is the count function. What it does, this function is used to return the number of times a specified substring appears in a given string within the range of indices. It may not be very clear from the text, but as we go to the example, this line will be much more clearer. So what it does, it returns the number of times a substring appears. Now what do we mean by substring? Substring means a part of a string. If from the entire string we consider only a part, that part is referred to as substring. If the range is not specified, it returns the specified number of items from the entire string. Let's try to understand with the help of an example. This is the syntax: string.count, within quotes we need to put the substring, comma the starting index, comma the final index. So we'll try to understand it better with the help of an example. Here, as I go with the syntax, at first what I need to write, I need to write the string. Let's say the string here is fear leads to anger and anger leads to hatred. Dot count leads. So what it will do? Here I have not specified the starting index and the final index. Here leads is the substring. Substring means a part of this original string. It will count the entire string. It will count from the entire string how many times the word or the substring leads has occurred. The answer is 2. Why the answer is 2? Because leads has occurred 2 times in the entire string. Now if I consider a second case where I use the same string, that is fear leads to anger and anger leads to hatred, dot count, then substring I gave as leads again, comma 3, 11. That means what it will do, within this range 3 and 11, it will see how many times the substring leads has occurred. So if I count the indexes, this is 0, 1, 2, 3. That means from this particular position, it will start searching for that particular word. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If I give the final index as 11, it will search till the index 10. So from 3 to 10, 10th index, how many times the substring leads appeared? It appeared only 1 time. Therefore, the answer here is 1. Alright, so I can show it to you with the help of an example. So I can write something like my favorite subject is computer and I enjoy studying computer a lot. Okay, this is the string. Dot count. If I give the substring as computer, I have not specified any index here. So what it will do, it will search for the string computer from the entire string. So how many times computer appeared? 1, 2. Therefore the result is true. Now if I use the same string or the same like command once again, but now if I specify the range of index, let's say I specify the range of index as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. So if I give here 20, comma 40, what it will do, between the index from 20 to 40, that means from 20 to 39th index, it will search how many times the substring computer has occurred. So as I press the enter key, it is showing me 1. So if you count the index, you will find that this particular word computer, the first occurrence of the word computer, is located between the index 20 and 40. 40 means 1 less than 40 we need to check till 39. But this particular computer is not counted. Why? Because it does not fall within this particular limit, that is from 20 to 39. Is it clear? I hope that it is clear. Let's move you to the next function, that is ALNUM. That means ALNUM means alphanumeric. This function is used to test if all the characters of a string are alphanumeric or not. At first we need to understand what is the meaning of the word alphanumeric. Alphanumeric means a character that is either an alphabet or a number. So it will check if all the characters of a particular string are either a character or a number or not. So it returns true if all the characters are alphanumeric, comma, false otherwise. So if all the characters of a string are alphanumeric, then it will return true. Even if one character is not alphanumeric, it will return as false. Let's see the syntax. The syntax goes as follows: string dot isalnum. For example, if I take x equals to James 007, now is it alphanumeric? Yes, because it consists of characters and numbers. So if I write x dot isalnum, it will give me the result as true. Let's consider another example like James $07. Are all the characters only numbers and alphabets? No. Here we are having this dollar, which is a symbol, and since we have at least one character which is not alphanumeric, on giving x dot isalnum, it will give me the result as false. Alright, so let's test it and see it for ourselves. So if I write x equals to, let's say ABC 1, 2, 3, x dot isalnum, it will give me the result as true. But if I give y equals to ABC $32 and then y dot isalnum and press the enter key, it will give me the result as false, because here we have characters or alphabets and numbers, but along with that we are having a symbol also. That means the entire string is non-alphanumeric, therefore it is giving me the result as false. In the previous example, the entire string is alphanumeric and hence the result is given as true. Let's take you to the next function, which is alpha. Is not alnum, it's alpha. So what it does, this function is used to test if all the characters of a string consist of alphabets or not. It will check if all the characters are alphabets or not. If all the characters are alphabets, so alphabets means it may be lowercase alphabet or it may be uppercase alphabet also. What it does, it returns true if all the characters are alphabets, false otherwise. Let's see the syntax. Syntax is the simple one, string dot isalpha. Now if I use it to actual practice, India 01 dot isalpha. Are all the characters of India 01 alphabets? No, it's not. Therefore, the result will be false. If I write India dot isalpha, are all the characters of this particular string alphabets? Yes, hence the result will be true. You can test it for yourself in the interactive mode. It will definitely work for sure. Let's take you to the next function, which is isdigit. What it does, from the name only we can understand. If you tend to forget in your exam, from the name only you can make out what it does. This function is used to test if all the characters of a string consist of digits or not. So what it does, with the help of this function, Python tests if all the characters are digits or not. Digits consist of 0 to 9. Except 0 to 9, it cannot contain even 0.2. Point does not fall under digits. So what it does, it returns true if all the characters are digits, false otherwise. So if all the characters are digits, it will return true, otherwise false. How does the syntax go? The syntax goes as follows, which says string dot isdigit. So if the string is 2022, all the characters are digits, so 2022 dot isdigit will fetch you true. If I write 12.31 dot isdigit, here we have a symbol called point which does not comes under 0 to 9, therefore it will return as false. Third example is obviously false because here we have alphabets along with digits. So the result will be what? The result will be false. Let's go to the next one, which is islower. What it does, this function is used to test if all the characters of a string consist of lowercase alphabets or not. Lowercase alphabets means from small a to small z. It returns true if all the alphabets are in lowercase, false otherwise. So if all the characters of a string are in lowercase alphabets, then it will return true, otherwise false. Syntax goes as follows, string name dot islower. So if I write India dot islower, are all the characters in lowercase? It's not, therefore the result will be false. Let's take you to the second example, India dot islower, are all the characters in lowercase? Yes, therefore the result is true. Next example, India 2020 dot islower, are all the characters in lowercase? No, therefore the result is false. See, these functions are very easy if I see them individually, but while you appear for your exams or while you are implementing, you have a number of functions. So the main thing is, if you practice properly, only then you will be able to recall it. Otherwise it will be very difficult. Next is isupper. It's the opposite of islower. So what it does, let's take you quickly through that. This function is used to test if all the characters of a string consist of uppercase alphabets or not. Uppercase means capital A to capital Z. It returns true if all the characters are in uppercase, false otherwise. It has the same syntax as the previous function, that is string.isupper. Let's take you through some examples. India.isupper, are all the characters in uppercase? No. NDIA is in lowercase, therefore the result will be false. India.isupper, are all the characters in uppercase? Yes, therefore the result will be true. India 2020.isupper, are all the characters in uppercase? Yes, therefore the result will be true. I need to test this out. India 2020, India 2020 dot is upper, because it consists of numbers also. Yes, it will return true, because even though it consists of this numbers, all the alphabets are in uppercase, therefore it will fetch you the result as true. Alright, let's move to the next function, that is isspace. What it will do, this function is used to test if all the characters of a string consist of white space characters or not. White space means whenever we press the spacebar key, some gap is left. That gap is known as white space characters. White space characters can be generated not only by the spacebar key but also by the tab key, which you find towards the upper left corner of your keyboard. it returns true if all the characters are white space characters, false otherwise. What is the syntax for isspace? String dot isspace. As the previous functions, this also has the same syntax. So if I put some kind of gap, if all are gap dot isspace, it will return me true. We have certain spaces, but in between we gave a dot. That means are all the character spaces? No. Therefore, it will return me the result as false. Let me show this one. So I'll give many gaps dot is space. Are all the character spaces? Yes. So it will return true. If I have some gap dot, then again certain things, then again certain gap dot is space. Are all the characters space? No, it's not. Therefore, the result is false. Let's take you to the next function, that is the lower function. What it does, this function is used to convert all uppercase characters of a string into lowercase characters. It will convert everything that is in uppercase into a lowercase character. The syntax is string dot lower. For example, India dot lower. You can see that this particular string India has a mixture of both uppercase and lowercase. But as I use the dot lower function, everything will be converted to lowercase. We use this function in the previous part of this particular chapter while checking whether a string is palindrome or not. In the input function, if you go through the previous video, you can see that after the input function, I gave dot lower. Dot lower means whatever string will be entered by the user, everything will be converted into lowercase before proceeding. India dot lower, here everything is already in lowercase, so it will return the same string. Got it? If I write India 2020 dot lower, whatever can be converted into lowercase will be converted into lowercase characters before proceeding. We have a similar function here, that is the upper function. What it does, this function is used to convert all lowercase characters of a string into uppercase characters. The syntax goes as follows: string dot upper. So India dot upper, what will be done here? Everything will be converted into uppercase characters. If I give India dot upper, where the first character is in upper, others are in lower, here as I give the upper function, everything will be converted into uppercase characters. India 2020 is a mixture of uppercase and lowercase characters. So whatever is in lowercase, it will be converted into uppercase characters. Alright. So as you can see here, India 2020 is the answer here. Let's go to the next function, that is find function. What it does, this function is used to find the first occurrence of a particular substring in a given string within a range of indices. So within a particular range, this is a little similar to the count function, but it will check whether a particular substring is contained within a given string within a particular range. It will be clear as we go to further examples. It returns -1 if the substring is not present in the given range. If within a particular range a substring is not found, then it will return -1. It searches for the entire string if the range is not specified. If we do not specify the range, just like count function, what it will do, it will search for the entire string. The syntax goes as follows: string dot find, within bracket we need to specify the substring which we want to find, comma the starting index, comma the final index. Now let us try to understand what is the meaning of the find function with the help of some examples. So let us consider a string, my name is Raj. The indices of each character is shown in front of you in your screen. So if I give my name is Raj dot find name comma 5 comma 10, what it will do, in the range 5 comma 10 means in the range from 5 to 9, it will check whether the substring name is present or not. So see for yourself, within this range, within the ranges marked by arrow, can you find the substring name? No, you cannot find the substring name. Therefore, it will return as -1. It will not return true or false. It will return -1 if the particular string or substring is not found within the given range. Let's take another example. My name is Raj dot find name comma 1 comma 8. 1 comma 8 means between the parts marked by arrow. 1 comma 8 means 1 comma 7. Between the range from 1 and 7, do you find the substring name? Yes, we find it. Therefore, the starting index of the first character of the substring will be displayed. What is the starting index of the first character of the substring? As you can see here, highlighted by a big arrow, it is 3. Therefore, 3 is returned in front of you. I am repeating again, whatever range I give here, within that range it will find whether that particular substring is present or not. If it is present, so is it present in our case? Yes, it is present. It will return the index of the first character of that particular substring. What is the index of the first character of this substring? It is 3. Therefore, 3 is returned as the output. If I consider another case where I do not specify the range and give my name is Raj dot find name. Here I haven't specified the range, so it will continue to search the entire string, and within the entire string, if it finds the substring name, it will return the first index of the, it will return the index of the first character n. What is the index of the first character n? It is 3. Therefore, 3 is returned in the output screen. If I try to search for something which is not present anywhere within the entire string, for example, my name is Raj dot find Alia. So what it will do, it will search for the entire string, and within the entire string, can you find the substring Alia here? No, the substring Alia is not present anywhere in the entire string. Therefore, what will be the result? The result will be -1. So with this, we come to the end of this particular part. I hope that the session is useful. I'll see you again in the next class. Thank you very much.